And some of the decisions that you're going to make during the early days, some business model decisions that you're going to make during the early days, may have a dramatic impact on the growth path of your venture. Let me take the example of a software company. A software company that sells productivity tools to a set of customers that are broadcasters, TV channels, content producers. Basically, the value proposition that they sell is focused on allowing customers to gain from time savings, to gain from efficiency in the workflow of the production process. But one of the core problems you're going to be confronted to is that in this industry, every customer is different. Every customer has a different organization. Every customer has different workflows for producing their program, their content. So the first very important decision that you're going to have to make is that your product will require a great deal of customization to actually be used by every customer. Is it something that you have to do by yourself? Option 1. Or is it something that you can outsource to integrators? Option 2. In the option 1, what does it mean? You're going to bring more value to your customers because you know perfectly your software and you're going to install by yourself the software in the customer premises. So you will bring more value, you will have more control over your customers. But the organization you have to put in place will be mostly a service-oriented organization because you have to perform that critical task to close deals and to get customers to use your product. And option 2, you make the decision to go through integrators. That will come with a cost. You will have less, you will bring less value to your customers, you will have less control over your customers, but the organization that you're going to put in place will be much lighter because you don't have to perform all this service job for your customers. This will be taken over by the integrators. What does it mean? That if you go for option 1, on the short term you will generate revenue, probably twice as much revenue as compared to option 2. But you will also put in place an organization that will be much harder to scale because it's a service organization and you're going to have to be close from your customers to actually serve efficiently these customers. While if you go through integrators, you will generate less short-term revenue, but you will put in place an organization that will allow you to scale much more easily, because you're basically selling a product and all the local task is performed by a subcontractor. Which means that if you go for option 1, the odds are you're going to build a small regional niche player working with close customers. If you want to build a global market leader, you actually have to go through option 2, even though it will lead you to generate less revenue on the short term. But you will put in place an organization that has in its DNA the ability to scale into a market leader. This is an example of how early business model decisions can have actually a strong impact on the growth path that you embark your project on.